I got to give credit to IUPUI, who for the first 25, 26, 27 minutes of the game out toughed a really tough group, and we dug ourselves a huge hole. We started out, particularly in the first half, just looked like we were playing on our heels. Couldn't finish plays, and it went on both ends, offensive end as well. We froze the ball a little bit. We didn't. We were spectators. We weren't filling up to our spots to swing it side to side. And we over dribbled the ball and played a little bit too much one-on-one, which led to some transition. We also didn't take care of the ball in the first half, and that was because we were putting ourselves in difficult spots. We didn't play our style of basketball on the offensive end. It really hurt us with the turnovers, which in tough shots, which led to transition, and then there were just some tough plays. I mean, we looked tired. But I knew this group has great toughness and resilience, and we switched up defenses, just trying to shake up the game, and guys started making some plays, got a little bit better flow, came back in the game, and down the stretch, just needed one or two more stops when I can't remember if we were up 4 or 5. Down the stretch, but we played with our hands, put them on the free throw line. They drove us, and that was the story of the game. They got to the paint. They lived in the paint on us. They had 40 points in the paint, 20 off turnovers, which is not who we are. So it is where he is. We got to get better. We got to get better on Monday. Questions?
Talking a little bit about the rally and getting to the free throw line and how important that was, and just kind of more of an aggressive nature at that point.
We started, we played the last 10, 12 minutes. We played our style of basketball, really aggressive. And we did it in spots throughout the game, but just there wasn't a flow to it. And I think we got them out of rhythm a little bit with the zone and the press, and they took some flat-footed shots, some awkward shots, missed some shots, and that got us going, attacking the rim. But we were one or two plays short.
Coach, Max Landis was 4 of 15. Is that a little bit of fatigue, or was it good defense, or a little bit of both? Because he's playing a heavy load of minutes.
No, he's playing a heavy load of minutes. And, at the end of the day, you're going to, you hope you don't have any of those games in your career. But when we depend on you like we do, and, put him at the point guard to just flip up, try and get a little bit different flow with it, that wears on him a little bit too. We honestly, because we played so much of the game, 24 minutes where I didn't feel like we had a great offensive flow, and we played tired. We weren't moving it, we weren't cutting like we cut, and so we're not, he's not a one-on-one guy. Like he drives to kick, and we'll get the occasional basket and pull up and all that stuff, but we create for each other. And when we're not swinging it side to side, we're not moving the ball, we're not playing with great pace, then he's going to take some late shot clock shots that aren't his, and all ones he could make. He had a couple of those where he just sized guys up, and those have been shots at Western Michigan. I'm trying to think of Denver. He's had a bunch of those where they go in, and we're probably one of those shots away. That shot we had over here on the corner when we ISO'd him, and he just decided to rise up. That's a shot he's won games on multiple times this year, and so that's part of the game. You make plays. He's made a lot of them.
With about 15 minutes to go in the game or so, I think you were down 15 at the time, and you call a timeout. I believe it was your timeout. Maybe it was the under-16 timeout. You slammed the clipboard down, and you really got into the guys. You were really fiery. Is that something? Is that as emotional? Because you always try to. You try to fire your guys up, but you were really emotional at that timeout because of the lack of defense. Is that?
And it was both. It wasn't just defense.
You normally don't go.
I go there daily at practice, but I don't I feel like coaching my team in practice, and then we've coached that, and then we coach from within on the floor during games, and I just felt like we weren't putting our perfect effort on the floor at that point in time, and we needed, there was plenty of time left in the game, and it needed, we needed to have a shakeup. And the guys needed to have a wake-up. I mean, we had time, and, you know, we played well enough to win the game from that point forward. You know, I don't know if it was the talk or just the guys recognizing, hey, it's time, you know, I mean, combination of a bunch of that stuff. But, hey, I'll tell you, man, I mean, it's a heck of a league this year. It's anybody's league, you know, and it's a crazy schedule. The way it is, you know, whether it's travel, whether it's different, you know, different teams have bye weeks before, all that stuff, like, it's crazy, and it comes back around, and, you know, we go to Omaha, and it was their bye week, they play the seventh fastest pace in the game, and like, we freaking play with them in overtime. So it is what it is. It's all prep for a tournament. You know, I just want to get better every day, and today there was a learning experience. Like, I mean, I don't want this to be our first round of the tournament and be going home. And so we got to be able to flip it before it gets to 15 minutes left in the game. And, you know, I think there's some value and a little bit of hurt. I mean, this team, like, we've won a lot of close games this year. I mean, a lot of close games. And we got a lot of confidence down the stretch. I mean, I know I do in these guys. And so, you know, these guys got to recognize that there were some details that they decided not to execute in the first half. They made a decision, and we can't operate that way. We're not good enough. We're not talented enough. You have to execute every single detail every single time, or put a perfect effort towards executing it for us to be good. And when you start making decisions, no, that detail's not important on this play. I'm not going to touch the block to set up my cut. I'm just going to go halfway to the hash mark. Well, all of a sudden, that leads to a turnover. And so, you know, there's some positive and a little bit of hurt there, because we're trying to develop our team to be the best we can late in the year, and we'll see where we go from there. But I can tell you where we're gonna go. Like, this team, they're gonna come out, you know, Monday fired up, ready to get better, and we'll get better next week.
I know you're focused on the details, because there are 100 little details that determine between, especially in a 2-point game, determine a win or a loss. But at some point, can you, are you capable, and are your players capable of just saying, you know what, it was a broken play, he scooped it in from 2 feet off the ground, and we lost by 2?
No, that wasn't the game. The game was the first 20, 25 minutes of the game. You know, and I'll give him credit for that. I mean, he made a nice play, you know, and that's play, like, honestly, that culminates a little bit of the game. Like, the ball's loose. It's on our board every game, first on the floor. Like, that's the ball. Forget about trying to pick it up and score. Like, let's get to overtime. Home court, we'll win the game. You know, I believe we're a better team. And I believe over time, you keep playing, we'll win the game. Like, we got to get on the floor. You know, but that one play didn't, I mean, yes, they got the basket, but there were 100, you know, broken plays before that. And we've won, I mean, we have mistakes every game. I'm not saying that, but there were more details that weren't executed. And we didn't play tough enough. We didn't play who we were.